Hello and welcome back to Bad Comic Review. Today we're looking at Batman the Red Death. This is a Dark Knight's Metal tie-in, and we start off seeing several planets trying to collide with each other, as if moving together in a sort of crisis, if you will. And that is where we learn that we are on Earth negative 52. Which is, of course, the Dark Multiverse. And we see the Flash running around, being chased by Batman. Batman is armed with the Rogues Gallery weapons. He's got Captain Cold's gun, Mirror Master's mirrors, etc. Now, Batman explains that his family is dead. He tried to be everywhere. Didn't work. That's when Batman explains that he needs the Speed Force. He's getting old and slow and can't save everybody that needs saved. That's when he knocks Flash out using a cryostasis formula created by Mr. Freeze. Barry wakes up on the hood of the Batmobile, which is now incorporated with a design from the Cosmic Treadmill in order to force Barry to give him the Speed Force. And what it does is really interesting. It merges them together. And Batman gets this really cool looking suit of armor with the big bat symbol on it, but it's red like the Flash. And he proceeds to go about slaughtering all of his enemies. Scarecrow, Riddler, Penguin, Man-Bat, etc. But he realizes he still can't stop what's coming. The world is breaking apart. He's just not fast enough. And a voice tells him that their world isn't meant to survive. It's not meant to last. The Barry half of him tries to talk him out of it, but it's too late. And then we cut over to Earth Zero, which is our prime superhero universe. And we have Iris talking to Blackface Wally. I don't know why Wally's black now. Wally and Iris get super old. Batman explains that there will be sacrifices. Apparently he can drain people's life force. And instead of like the electricity around him, like the Flash has, he has all these bats, which actually looks kind of cool. Bruce is about to kill him. Barry says, and I'm quoting here, "You're still my friend. If there's one thing I can count on, it's your compassion." And that gives Batman pause, the Red Death pause, I should say. And that gives Dr. Fate time to drag him through a Ankh portal, but it's pretty obvious that he's lost. Batman clearly has won the day, evil Batman rather, and a large bat symbol goes up on the Gotham of that negative world. It's real interesting that they explain a little bit more about how these planets come into being. It's formed by dark thoughts and dark desires, and it creates these evil universe planet versions of Earth. And they're not meant to last. So, since they're not meant to last, it pretty much is a predetermined catastrophe that awful things are going to happen. So it's kind of a depressing story. But it's a really good one-shot, and it really does kind of set up a little bit about the character. We get a little bit more of a sympathy for the Red Death, even though he is a corrupted version of Batman. It started out once being the Batman that we know. So that leads into Murder Machine issue 1, which is going to be the cyborg version of Batman. Should be pretty interesting. We'll look at that next. And we're going to look at a lot of these before we get back to issue 4 of Dark Knight's Metal, because they're all kind of connected, and these will provide a lot of context for the villains of that storyline. So I really like the art in this one, though. It was pretty good art. I was real impressed with that. The writer was Joshua Williamson. Art by Carmine Di Giando Mencio. I'm sure I butchered that name. I apologize. Colors by Ivan Plascini. Letters by Tom Napolitano. Tom Napolitano letters like everything. Good job all around. Fascinating story. Great one shot. I highly recommend picking it up. I know they're going to release all these in a trade paperback format, so you can always wait till then. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Be sure and hit like and subscribe so you won't miss another episode, and we hope to see you on the next one.